This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Chelsea. Chelsea is a champion surfer, so she's accustomed to moving super fast, which is why she relies on super fast broadband brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her family sharing and surfing and saving each month. Combined, she bundles her Flow mobile, home phone, and TV services, so she can enjoy much more for much less, and so can you. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Wednesday, October the 5th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. If local business magnate Ralph Bizzy Williams gets his way, he will control the country's entire garbage collection service. Williams yesterday offered to take over the operations of the troubled Sanitation Service Authority for $60 million, which Minister of Finance Chris Sinkler said was costing the government to operate the waste collection agency. However, Sinkler, while not dismissing the offer altogether, warned that Barbadian taxpayers may still have to foot part of the garbage collection bill.
There's a mindset that this is something the government should be paying for. And it is that type of cultural thinking that has to change. So I get back to the basic point. Who is going to pay the bill? Because eventually someone is going to have to come back to government and ask them to subsidize that amount. Because the culture is not there yet in this society for persons to take full responsibility. We even have to start before we get to that stage to get people to understand the importance of sorting waste. That will cut a lot of the cost. If we can get people to fit within there, and that is where we ought to be going in that particular regard.
Meanwhile, the opposition Barbados Labour Party is throwing its support behind Monday's decision by the troubled Sanitation Service Authority to outsource some of its garbage collection to private waste haulers. In addition, the BLP is giving conditional support to an offer by businessman Ralph Bizzy Williams to take over the SSA's operations at a cost of $60 million. Minister of Finance Chris Sinkler yesterday confirmed a Barbados Today report Monday night that the State Waste Collection Agency and private haulers had agreed a plan to improve the island's waste collection. Sinkler told the monthly business luncheon of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center the scheme would go before Cabinet on Thursday for approval and would likely begin in 2 weeks' time. In response, Shadow Minister of the Environment, Wilfred Abrams, told Barbados Today he was not opposed to the SSA subcontracting its garbage collection.
Where we must start and where we must finish is prioritizing the waste management systems in Barbados. We need a sustainable approach to waste management in Barbados. We need to start recycling. We need to start sorting garbage at the source. But most of all, we need the garbage picked up. So if a calmer and more sensible head has now prevailed and the government is prepared to contract, if we're going to get what needs to be done, and I can have no fault with that.
Defeated Barbados Labour Party candidate David Gill says though he remains committed to the party he joined shortly after graduating from Harrison College over 30 years ago, he wants nothing more to do with its current chairman, Mia Mottley, or General Secretary Dr. Jerome Walcott. Additionally, 61-year-old Gill, who lost Sunday's nomination in St. Michael's South Central to the 37-year-old economist Marsha Cattle, said he would have no part in her campaign to unseat the incumbent Democratic Labour Party representative for the area, Minister of Tourism Richard Seeley. During a lengthy interview with Barbados Today yesterday afternoon at the Wildy St. Michael residence of his long-standing manager, Eman Lane, Gill also raised concerns about a number of what he called boat people who he said had come into the party and were now seeking to determine its future course.
There are lots of other folks who would like to speak like me, but they are afraid to come out and speak. I have nothing to lose, never. I am speaking because I like fair play. I cannot work with the chairman who. No, I'm not speaking about the chairman. If Miss Mottley is the chairman when elections come, I cannot work with her because she didn't want me. You see, how could she change her mind?
The coroner's findings into the unnatural death of 12-year-old Shemar Weeks are finally in the hands of police, although the next step remains uncertain. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police responsible for crime management, Lybrand Sobers, yesterday confirmed he received the document Monday, 42 days after Coroner Manila Rene ruled there was sufficient evidence to suggest a crime had taken place. As a result, Rene said then she would send the case back to lawmen for further investigation, concluding that it was better suited to be handled by a criminal jurisdiction. Sobers told Barbados Today yesterday afternoon it was still too early to say what the next step would be, and he would first have to read the file to determine the way forward. In sports now, manager of the West Indies team on tour of the United Arab Emirates, Joel Garner, has strongly rejected as misleading claims of disorganization in the regional side from veteran all-rounder Dwayne Bravo. Garner released a statement on Monday saying the team management is disappointed but not surprised by Bravo's comments during an interview on 195.5 FM in Trinidad. The charges and counter-charges between Bravo and Garner came on the heels of ordinary performances by West Indies, which have resulted in them losing all 5 limited overs games played so far against Pakistan.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
In regional news now, Hurricane Matthew's strong winds pounded Cuba on Tuesday night, even as the powerful storm took its last lashes at Haiti, where it downed trees, drenched the ground with feet of rain, and flooded streets. The damage was especially brutal in southern Haiti, where sustained winds of 140 miles per hour continued to punish the impoverished island nation, even as the eye of the storm crossed eastern Cuba. The extremely dangerous storm has killed at least 7 people, including 4 in Haiti's neighbor, the Dominican Republic. Officials feared a high death toll in Haiti.
From the early hours of this morning, Hurricane Matthew has been buffeting this country with winds of up to 140 miles an hour. And the fear is that it will dump rainfall of up to 3 feet. You can see already the problem of flooding. There's a worry too about mudslides in this very mountainous area that is denuded of trees. And as you can see here, there's some flash flooding happening already. Now, Haiti has already got so many problems. It is suffering still from the earthquake that hit it in 2010, which killed more than 200,000 people. It is suffering from a cholera outbreak as well. Public health officials fear this will exacerbate that particular crisis. The conditions here are atrocious. To step outside is to be drenched within a matter of seconds.
And on the international scene, as the U.S. presidential campaign heads into the final stretch, Hillary Clinton holds a 45% to 40% lead over Donald Trump, according to the latest NBC News Survey Monkey Weekly Election Tracking Poll. In the two-way general election matchup, Clinton leads Trump by 6 points, 50% to 44%. The margin is virtually unchanged from last week. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.